Hi, my name is Mike Harmon, and I'm with the God of Reason channel here on YouTube. Recently, I was contacted by the Honest Theist in order to review a video he had made on a rational proof of the existence of God. And I reviewed it and found it to be a nominally effective proof as far as they go, but like all such endeavors, it did the opposite of what I believe is the purpose for a belief in God. You have to dumb down your God in order to prove your God. Proof is all about rational, objective reduction of variables to a manageable set that you can verify with a great deal of confidence. God is not about such things. You can see how the first move he has to make is to restrict the definition of God. Now, for a rational argument, that's great. You don't have to worry about, well, what about Allah? Or what about Hinduism's prana? What about, oh, my God, your God? But you narrow down the definition to the creator of the physical universe. It's still a big chunk of God, but he's already started to narrow down and diminish the transcendent nature of the belief in God. Next, he has to dumb down the universe in order to accommodate his proof as well. He says that the universe has a starting point and is finite. He does this in order to make God create in the same way a human might create. This is a dumbing down of God to human standards. That is, I have a starting point of my creation, and I only have so much stuff that I deal with in a final, finite creation. So, right off the bat, his entire premise is based on reductionism, and that just doesn't work with God. After that, his arguments devolve down into, and then if God did this, then he would do this, based on how a human psyche would work, with such aspects as if he had free will, it would show the only sign of intelligence, so God is intelligent. I mean, when you have to start arguing based on human attributes why God is intelligent, you've already dropped the ball. If the honest theist really wanted a bigger God, not such a human dumbed-down God, he would want the universe to be infinite and infinitely old and infinitely enduring, because a God that could create that universe from outside its purview would be magnificent indeed. This is how we ought to think about God if we're inclined to religious thought, is we ought to think about God as transcendent beyond all things. He doesn't have any human wants. I mean, that's so anthropomorphically desperate. God provides and gives us a choice, but wants, that's an anthropomorphism. The best thing about religion is the irrational stuff that it offers. Take, for instance, the honest theists' religion of Christianity. 2,000 years ago, it came up with the idea of love thine enemies. How irrational must have seemed, particularly back then. But it struck a chord in people's psyche. People have been evolving over all this time, and they're evolving into ever larger tribes and cities and so on. And by that time, there were large groups of population that they realized, man, we are so powerful against each other when we fight. Boy, I think it'd be great if we loved each other like we love our own tribe. It's just an extension of tribal to a larger tribe, to an ever larger tribe, and the elimination of anything else outside the tribe, making the species the tribe. 2,000 years ago, our psyches were evolving to make the species one tribe. After we had fragmented up into little tribes, evolution knew. You could call evolution God. The evolution, the hand of God, creating us in ever more God image, however you like. But something about evolution is smarter than we are. Something knows ahead of time what we need to know. And if we have to have a slightly anthropomorphic figure, authority figure, to authorize the belief in such irrational things as love thine enemies, so be it, if that helps some people. I know that I just have that feeling. Wouldn't it be great if everybody loved each other? I just have that feeling. It's irrational because there's people I hate like crazy. But I find it most powerful to find the person I hate the most and go up to them and try to like them. I find that late in life to be enormously powerful. And it is these irrational or more contextually based rational, more wide or open-ended rational conclusions to be what religion is trying to help push us toward. And that's what I think we should concentrate on, not so much on trying to rationally prove the existence of God. Anyway, that's my thoughts on the subject. I'm with the God of Reason. My name is Mike Harmon, and thanks for listening.